Boom, we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Upstairs, we're going to be going over 1 inch today. They have just released a new iOS app, bringing their exchange straight to your mobile phone, so be sure to check that out. But what we want to do, one of our favorite things here is first go over the price. So boom, on the screen, 1 inch on the 4 hour. Now, if you are in the private group or if you've been following along our channel for the last 2 months, you will recognize this horizontal trading range that has been filling out quite nicely. And just yesterday, while I was asleep, 1 inch decided to create its SOS, this move here and then outside of the box. So for those of you that are new to this style of study, we use these horizontal trading ranges to be successful effectively. So here we had our primary support followed by our buying climax, our first shakeout, our automatic rally, our secondary test. Here's a nice automatic rally into resistance, I guess. Sometimes these are called up thrusts, although you want to be very careful that you do not confuse it for distribution. I did make a video here about 1 inch previously on April 7th, talking about this particular moment. Again, in these smaller supply or more liquid ideas in general, we do get these extreme up thrusts even in the middle of the market. And then we had the spring. And now what was kind of nice is that almost unanimously this spring occurred in multiple tokens, and it was front run by Bitcoin's price and its spring as well. So we do know that our market leader is extraordinarily important in everything that we do. So we simplify the chart here a little bit, go down to our area view. Let's throw in some of our kind of Bollinger Bands just for fun to take a look at something. Now, as you can see here, we're operating within the range of the band quite nicely. And yesterday, we were pushing into the edge of the band. And just as we hit the top of it, we broke out. Now, these signs of strength, which is what SOS stands for, are really important. Generally, what we'll see is a move outside of the box and then a longer reaccumulation pattern. Now, these backup phases can actually be very short-lived. Drawing it here in yellow, let's say it does something like this. This is usually what a really nice kind of backup phase looks like. And then it goes a bunch higher. Now that we're seeing these break above the boxes for tokens like 1 inch, everything looks really good. I do suspect we are going to usually when you see a nice long accumulation range like this, it equals a 30 to 100% move. So we're looking probably at something around $12 to $14 for 1 inch after we complete this back up phase. So to jump into their news here, 1 inch again has dropped this wallet and this kind of online exchange version for your mobile phone. Now, I actually really like 1 inch. They're a big team. They've done lots of great things. They were initially funded by the hackathon that they ran, or that the Ethereum team ran. So we're closely monitoring the latest developments in the DeFi space, and we support other promising blockchains. I like where they're going here. Again, you know, this kind of automated market maker, decentralized liquidity exchange routes, these are extremely important. And even though you may not end up using 1 inch on the front end per se, there are other ways to see it run in the back end. So among the wallet's key advantages is top level security, wallet phrases, showing what's happening, user-friendly management. We can also real-time rates, fast signing of transactions, and the transactions could be approved even from your phone, your Apple Watch. It's kind of fun, just upgrading the ideas. I remember when I first got one of my ledgers back in 2013, I was holding it around my neck like, oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be bling. I was like, yeah, this is going to be the bling of the future right here, the ledger. Anyways, point of this is the DEX aggregator launched in August 2020 after being bootstrapped by Binance Labs, Galaxy Digital, and other investors to the tune of $2.8 million, which is actually a fairly modest fundraise to some degree. And in December 2020, 1 inch closed a $12 million funding round with Pantera Capital, Para Capital, Nima Capital, and many others. So these are all big players behind this behind this game. So I think 1 inch is definitely worth keeping an eye on. I have had positions in 1 inch since we started this trading range, and here is why. Just from the bottom of the box alone, we've already seen a 70% increase. And I do believe that this backup here is actually going to run us a fairly powerful extension in its phase. So when you see all these key aligning factors, good fundamentals, big funds behind the play, and these beautiful technicals, and what's now the beginning of our SOS, I think we're actually about to see the kind of the face melting that I had been talking about in many of the markets before. So anyways, if you guys like this content, be sure to follow on any of the social media channels down below, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. We do post there, usually photos of random stuff on Instagram and then Twitter. I'm quite proactive as well. If you guys want to learn more about 1inch, be sure to visit them in the links down below as well. Thank you guys all for joining us today. This is Teal with the Arcane Bear. I'm going to be doing a few more of these small updates. Again, I think it's just more valuable to be able to fire out these kind of important moments as they show up and revise once we get there. So thank you guys all. Leave your thoughts, your comments, your questions down below, and we will see you on the next episode.